4CG, man, you know how the fuck we rockin', man. 4-corner glow game, man. You know how the fuck I'm bumming, man. You know I'm coming, man. RP Cap, RP Blood, disrespect, catch a slug, gang shit. Yeah, running from the po-po, nigga already know big folk gon' get low. I got a tool on me, it's a 223, nigga run up on me, I'ma.
Yeah, son, we done be broke before, but we ain't gon' never be broke again. But a nigga know what it feel like to do that, come from the bottom.
Alright guys, so we're back into it. Like, comment, subscribe. So we got a huge topic to talk to. We gotta talk about the Mikayla Miller's case. Basically, I mean, this is going on right now. It's been going on for about 2 weeks. And basically, a teen, from what the autopsy report, from what the DA is saying, is that this teen died by suicide, because that is what is going and was being reported on. And basically the mother of Mikayla Miller basically is rejecting this ruling. They're going to do a private investigation, which I think they should, which is best. I think this whole case has some weird situations going on, because when I heard the DA lady talk, I mean, it just seems like everything was a cover-up. No, she couldn't answer any folks' questions, and they were basing everything off of her app, her foot app, that app that tracked her footsteps, saying that supposedly the distance of the app of like her footsteps were the same distance from her house in that tree. Now that may be true, but the main thing that that I took out of this whole thing is that the kids that she was in a fight with, she didn't want to identify the children's races that were involved, or who were the people, or their names. It's kind of interesting how if she was beat up the day before and bullied, though there's no charges placed on these kids, which is interesting to me, because I know for a fact in this day and age, you can get charged for bullying, let alone I didn't know that boys could get away with punching girls in the faces. So I was just shocked when I heard that no one has been charged even for the fight from the previous night. So that to me was already suspicious and weird. So further going, hearing the case go out, then you come to find out 2 of the teenagers are one. I don't know what, to be honest with you, because the information that I'm getting is all from news blogs, listening to other YouTube channels and news outlets, and also Violence in Boston, which is a Facebook group on Facebook. If you guys know about, you guys should go like it and join the group. But now they're saying that one of the teens had a grandfather that was in that police force a decade ago, or a couple decades ago, and he died. Now, regards to that, I know they're saying there's no ties to that, but I mean, the whole thing is sketchy. It seems like it's a cover-up. I think that they should do a private investigation, and that the DA should be off this. And then my heart goes out to the Miller family. I feel bad that the Attorney General in Lowell, Massachusetts is doing a poor job. She couldn't answer any of the press's questions. Basically, they were pretty vague. She wasn't straightforward, and it seemed like she basically is just putting him to the side. But for the most part that I got is that she's trying to protect these kids, because these kids they're trying to get them off. Because if you notice that they're saying that these 4 people were not there at the time, and they're basically pointing out where these people were at, and then just saying that this girl was alone. But regardless of that, they were all together the night before. And what is interesting to me is they have no backtrack or no record supposedly of any of those 4 teens talking to her the next day. And I know for a fact, because I'm just putting myself in a situation, like if I got in a fight with about 4 people I know, and supposedly from what the DA say, the attorney lady, she said that they hung out 20 minutes after. Marian Ryan seems to, I don't know, it seems like she's just very off. She said that they hung out for 20 minutes after, so I feel like they would have talked the next day or something was going on. If not, what's interesting to me is that how come none of the people have been charged? I think that this whole thing is definitely, it's sketchy. There's information not being put out or misled. I think it's good that Crump's getting on the case. I'm happy that there's protests going on. This is something that I think is mind-boggling, especially in this time and day and age of police brutality and Black Lives Matter. Things like this have to be documented and reported on. I think it's an issue that is well going on across the country. So this is in Massachusetts. I took more personal to it because I'm from Massachusetts. So we as the people gotta do better, and my heart goes out to the family. Guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll put Violence in Boston's Facebook group page in the description. If you want more information on this, please follow them on Facebook and follow Black Lives Matter as well. You'll also see events posted for any protests or any rallies for any upcoming events.